We work damned hard for these exquisitely tasteful things.
Well, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, well, chintzy decorations are fine, but what we need is some real improvements around here.
Just about the teacher?
Yeah, Mrs. Morris is going to speak to Davo about it.
Oh, yeah.
About what?
About getting a teacher back in here.
I wouldn't hold my breath.
Well, you never know. We weren't expecting all this and it turned up. We might as well go for some real changes.
I wouldn't count on the department giving you anything else after that business with Dobson and Farmer.
Yeah. I suppose the department is upset about that. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there were some big staff changes. We all know who'd be at the top of the list to go.
Get out for your exercise period, Smart. The three of you move it.
I forgot. Wish I could get to see him, even just for a second.
No chance. They'll make damn sure you don't get anywhere near him.
Well, they can't keep him in there forever. They've got to let him out sooner or later.
I wouldn't comment if I were you.
I'm going to try asking anyway.
Good luck.
Mrs. Morris, do you reckon I could get in to see Alan before they take him away?
I'm sorry, it's out of the question.
Oh, please, Mrs. Morris.
Hey, Lainey, look.
What's happening? Where are they taking him?
Any trouble out of you, miss, and you'll go straight to solitary.
Alan, what's happening? Where are they taking you?
I don't know. They haven't said anything.
Now get off the grounds. You hurt me. You've got your bus fare, so clear out.
Lainey, all right. I'll come and see you.
Alan!
I'll be here waiting for you when you get out.
Told you to get moving.
Why are they letting him go like that? Ah, they'll probably wait till he gets down the road, then they'll pick him up again.
No, I don't think so. They've let him go, that's all. He's free.
Alan Farmer never existed. Do they honestly think they're going to get away with this?
Well, there are now no records to show that he was in here or that he was arrested.
Officially, yes. Do you know how things get around?
It is up to us to make sure they don't. Otherwise, we'd be a complete laughingstock.
That's going to happen anyway, isn't it? The news gets out about the new soft approach to the prisoners. Public won't thank us for turning the place into a holiday resort.
Yeah, well, I don't agree with that. We've always had far less trouble from the women when they've been treated more humanely.
Well, that's not quite true, Meg. They usually take advantage of the situation and end up spoiling it for themselves.
Well, not the majority of them. It's only been the odd troublemaker, and they'd give you trouble even if they spent their time in chains.
Maybe they'll let us give that a try when all this fails. And it's bound to.
Look, it is the department's decision, so it's up to us to make it work. I'd say that we have Jewel Clark's report to thank for their change of attitude.
Yeah, well, I was very dubious about her being in here. But obviously it's all worked out for the best.
God, save us from the Sweetness and Light Brigade.
And God save us from a fascist regime. Yes,
Okay, thank you.
can I help you?
I'm John Maxwell.
Yes, Mr. Maxwell, what can we do for you?
I'm the teacher the department hired.
Teacher?
Ah, John. I'm just speaking to the governor about you. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Mr. Douglas. It seems I wasn't expected.
Yes, well, you jumped the gun. This is Miss Ferguson and Mrs. Morris.
Yeah?
I'm sorry, ladies. Things happened so quickly, I didn't have a chance to tell you. Mr. Maxwell is a specialist teacher. The department has hired him to help that young Henley girl and any of the other women who've got illiteracy problems.
Well, that's wonderful. We didn't even know the idea had been approved.
Yes. Well, good luck, John. I look forward to your report.
Thank you, Mr. Douglas. I'll do my best.
Morning, ladies.
Well, if you go and get Henley and anyone else who's interested from the workshop, I'll introduce Mr. Maxwell to the governor and then we'll meet you in the library.
Okay. Do you have much of a success rate in this field, Mr. Maxwell?
Oh, yes, fairly high.
Henley will set your averages back.
And you reckon they're going to give us the lot?
Yep, looks like it.
Yeah, well, what's the catch?
I can't tell. All Douglas said was he expected the women to appreciate what they were doing and cooperate with the staff, but there were no actual demands.
Yet.
Yeah, well, I can't work it out. I mean, they're bending over backwards to keep us happy. Now, there's got to be a reason.
Well, I say let's take everything we can get while the going's good. Do you reckon there's anything else we could ask for?
Yeah, how about letting our boyfriends in for occasional visits? Say overnight?
Well, we used to have conjugal visits some time ago, but they stopped those. It caused a lot of bad feelings.
Bad feelings, eh? I'd call them terrific.
Well, I was thinking of asking the department if they'd mind me carrying on my trade while I was in here.
Well, you'd have one regular customer, old Ferguson.
Move it out.
I think I'll give it a miss.
You're all a pack of fools. Can't you see what they're doing? The more they give you now, the more it'll hurt when they take it away.
God, you're a bloody great pain in the bum, Mackenzie.
Oh, I wonder what's for lunch today, because I'm starving.
Well, the way they've been treating us lately, it could be pheasant under glace and champagne.
It's more likely to be sausage and a cup of wheat tea.
Get moving.
What the hell is the department up to? These new privileges allowing the women to get almost anything they want is killing our business.
Don't like it any more than you do. But we just got to put up with it for the time being.
You might, but I don't. What we got to do is get the sort of stuff in they can't get on their regular buyer.
Such as?
Booze or dope.
Forget it, dope's out.
Don't tell me you're scared.
I said no dope, Mackenzie.
All right. What are we going to do?
We? I'm all right. You'll just have to grin and bear it.
Don't bet on it, freak.
What do you reckon you'll ask for next time?
Couple of new dresses, a mink coat, and maybe a bikini to wear during my exercise period. What about you?
I reckon I'll ask for a blow-up Mel Gibson doll.
Oh, yeah. I think I'll have one of Gary Cooper.
Who's Gary Cooper?
Well, he's almost as masculine as a freak, only twice as pretty.
What's so funny, Birdsworth? Have you been on the booze again?
Oh, no, Miss Ferguson. They wouldn't let you have any of that on your buy-up. But the way things are improving around here, I reckon that just might be the next on the list.
Yeah, things are getting to be so good, I might have to do something about getting the sentence extended.
Don't try too hard, Daniels, or you'll find yourself in solitary without any privileges. And get to your cell and stop the racket.
Come in. Yes, Miss Ferguson.
Governor, I would like to make an official complaint regarding the current lax attitude towards the treatment of prisoners.
Oh, has there been some trouble?
Not in the sense of actually breaking the rules, no.
Well, then?
Some of the women are actually getting to the point of enjoying their stay here.
I hardly think enjoying is the appropriate word.
Oh, you didn't see them after the buy-up. Now that they can get any goods they want, they think that...
Ferguson, of course they would be excited now they can purchase a wider range of goods.
They're supposed to be prisoners. It's not a holiday camp.
Nor is it a concentration camp. They are paying for their crimes by losing their freedom. Making life unpleasant for them certainly won't equip them for a normal life when they return to society.
If conditions are too lax, it only encourages them to become recidivists. Look, they've got to learn to respect and fear the system. Otherwise, they won't hesitate in committing another crime the moment they get out.
Miss Ferguson, the department sets the rules, and it is our job to follow them. Your objections have been noted and will go on my next report. Now, unless you are in a position to lay a formal charge against the prisoner, I would suggest you return to your duties.
To cause disruptions and a lot of inconvenience, but I'm afraid we're going to have to make the best of it.
Yeah, well, let's hope that once this fiasco is over, we can get down to running the prison the way it should be done, without frills.
Well, as long as the women don't lose the new concessions they've won. I mean, they've been much better behaved.
Please,
What are you
ladies,
talking about, better behaved? They're already taking advantage of the situation.
Please! Come on, the purpose of this meeting is to adjust the rosters and to discuss the practical aspects of the security measures. Now, any personal opinions of the department's attitude, they can be discussed in your own time. Okay? Now, as regards this new roster.
God, what am I going to say? I've never done anything like this before.
Oh, it'll be a piece of cake. You just tell them what that teacher's been doing with you.
God, you're a thick lot. Can't you see what they've done? It's all a setup.
What are you talking about?
All the perks, the extra things you can buy, the doctor's visits. It's all a blind to make them look good.
We know that. We're not dumb. As long as they're trying to make a better deal for us, we're going to take what we can get.
Yeah. I wouldn't be learning how to read and write if they hadn't sent in a teacher.
Wake up to yourselves, will you? How long do you think they'll keep it up after they've got their precious publicity? And as far as your teacher is concerned, well, we'll see how long he sticks around after you've finished learning the alphabet.
You're a real little ray of sunshine, aren't you? Listen, we're going to take what we can get while we can get it, so go stick your head in the dunny can. G'day, love. How'd it go?
You're right, they did go easy on me. I only got 4 weeks.
Ripper, I'm really glad for you. Any news of Alan?
Yeah, he was at the trial. God, did I panic when I saw him. Thought he was going to dob himself in. A lot of good that would have done. So I got me solicitor to tell him to keep out of it, or I wouldn't talk to him again.
Oh, good on you, love. The time will go really quickly. You'll see.
It's still going to seem like 4 years.
What are you doing here, Birdsworth?
Just leaving, Miss
No
Ferguson.
right to be here in the first place. Now get going or you'll be on a charge. What the hell do you think you're doing, Dobson? Get to the laundry.
I was told I didn't have to work if I didn't want to.
Read your rule book, girl. You're not in remand now. You've been convicted. And sentenced. You've joined the scum. And you'll work like the rest of them. You thought you were pretty smart smuggling your boyfriend in here, didn't you? Well, I won't forget it. This is a prison, Dobson. And a prison is for punishment. And, this prison is my domain.
Mark? Anyone seen Mark? Right, we're starting with a close-up of one of the guards' rifles, and we're pulling back to a long shot, and then you walk in the front.
Right.
Good. Good. Bill, set up the high legs where Debbie is.
Suppose all this must look pretty confusing to you.
Yes, but it's very interesting. I had no idea it took so much preparation.
Oh, yes. Fortunately, they're a very good crew, right on the ball.
Well, you've got a very interesting job.
Yes, I like it. It gives me a chance to get around and, well, see things as they really are. Well, this place, for instance. You know, it looks exactly as I thought it would look. Austere, cold, unfriendly.
Oh, well, of course, that's only from the outside. We need these strict security measures to help protect the public. We do have some rather intractable characters in here from time to time.
I can imagine.
You get a completely different picture on the inside. I mean, the discipline is still there, but we believe that the women should still be treated with dignity.
Can I be excused now, Governor? It's time to start my patrol.
Yes, of course, Miss Ferguson. I think we might all go in now, unless we're required for anything.
No, I think we're just about to start shooting the first scene anyway.
Right. Are you coming, Mr. Douglas?
No, I think I'll stay and watch for a while. Oh, that is if I won't be in the way.
No, not at all. Someone will yell at you if you are, anyway.
Oh, good.
Oh, come on, ladies. Will you keep the noise down, please? They'll be doing the laundry bits in a minute, so will all the laundry women keep together?
Oh, how do you reckon my hair looks?
Oh, Lizzie, for the 5th time, it looks great.
Hey! How can you read at a time like this?
I'm practicing, just in case they ask me to read.
Yeah? Well, I hardly think they'll be interested in the tales of Mary and Joe.
Well, I don't want to be caught out.
Fair enough.
Just about ready.
Oh, thank heavens for that.
Oh, my God. Well, I think allowing them to wear makeup was a huge mistake. Look at them. Half of them look like tarts.
Half of them are.
All right, ladies, please. I think most of the makeup can be wiped off. Apart
Apparently the director wants realism. What's the difference? The whole thing's just a circus anyway. If they want realism, let them sneak back in a month when everything will be back to normal.
Shut up, Mackenzie. Right, all those from the laundry section move out. Think we'll see the day out?
Cut.
Was that better?
Yeah. But look, I've just had an even better idea to start the scene. Everybody, relax for a moment.
Wish he'd make up his bloody mind.
Hello.
G'day. You work at the channel, do you?
Right, Mark, when you're ready.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm going to start with a close-up on this girl's tattooed hand and then pull back to you.
I'd rather you didn't do that.
What?
Oh, I don't want to show me tattoos.
Oh, you can use mine if you like, Jimmy.
Thank you. Is it all right, Bill? Debbie, print it.
Hey, Di. Get a load of the start.
Yeah.
All right, the next setup.
Oh, he's
the volleyball,
sort of cute.
right?
I don't know. See one, you've seen them all.
Hey. Oh, fair go, Lizzie. Get a look at those tight jeans. I'm gonna chat him up. Might get a packet of fags out of him. Nothing else.
Oh, so how long's the show been going?
Oh, about 2 years.
When
It's
you're
one of the
ready,
top ones. Right, Jim.
I hear the Tonight Show's pretty good too, isn't it?
Brad Henson's show. Yeah, it rates well.
I used to know him once, before he's rich and famous. Do you run into him much?
Brad, yes, we're good mates.
Oh, well, next time you see him, give him my regards. Tell him I often think of the old days. Tell him I'll bet there's a few things he'd like us both to forget.
Yeah, like what?
He'll know. The name's Mackenzie. Nola Mackenzie.
Right, well, I think Jim wants to talk to me, so see you.
Yeah, all right. 2 packets.
Daniels. Come on, hand them over.
What?
Those.
Oh, leave off. They're mine.
Carry the whole carton around with you, do you?
I tell you, they're mine. You ask Lizzie.
All right, what's going on here?
Just caught Daniels with some contraband, sir.
Contraband?
Yes. One of the film crew gave us some cigarettes.
Oh, well, I don't think there's any need to make such a fuss. All right, Daniels, back to your friends, but keep away from the film crew, all right?
Well, thanks, Mr. D.
Miss Ferguson, I want everything to run smoothly today, and it would seem that you're disrupting things. I would not like to see that happen. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Organize Daniels and Birdsworth for their interview then, all right?
And how would you describe the disciplinary treatment in here? Well, would you say it was harsh, lenient, necessary, or perhaps sometimes unwarranted?
Yeah.
Well, perhaps it depends on the magnitude of the misdemeanor.
Yeah.
Well, tell me, are you allowed hobbies or sporting equipment during your recreation?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, we do now. We've never had it so good. This last week's been bonza, but you should have been here before that. All we had was a rotten old ping-pong table.
Why did they pick those two of all people?
Cut. Can we have some quiet, please? All right, all right. Now, let's take this one all over again. And ladies, please, don't look so nervous. Just relax and say whatever you feel. We can always cut it out of the film later if it's no good. We've got plenty of it, all right?
Oh, well, I, for one, am glad today's over.
Yes, well, I think it was worth it. It's a nice change of routine for the women, too.
Crap. It's just an excuse to get out of doing a decent day's work. Oh, and just imagine the public outcry when that rubbish goes to air.
Well, no matter how you feel about it, I don't think it's going to paint a very rosy picture of a home away from home.
Well, I thought Mike Hayes handled the interviews really well, especially the one with Henley. God, she's come a long way in a short time, hasn't she?
Yes, and that's another positive step that's come out of the department's new attitude.
What difference do you think it's going to make to her? The only advantage will be that she'll be able to write out her own application for the dole.
there you are. I just wanted to thank you all for today. Mr. Payne and Mr. Hayes were more than happy with the material they obtained. I thought the women were most cooperative.
You must be relieved.
Yes, I am.
Coffee?
Oh, yes, thank you.
I trust that things will now get back to normal, Governor. At the moment, the women seem to be getting away with everything.
I hope that is an exaggeration, Miss Ferguson. If the prisoners misbehave, they have to be punished. But just remember, the punishment must be just and warranted.
Of course, Governor. It goes without saying. Hobson, Henley and Mackenzie Laundry.
That'll make a nice change.
Shut up, Birdsworth.
I wonder what she's got lined up for me.
And Daniel's cleaning duties, shower block.
What? All of them on my own?
I've warned you before about answering back, Daniel, so as a special bonus, you can clean the corridors.
Excuse me, there's a visitor for Mackenzie.
A visitor for me? Who is it?
Your cousin from Perth.
Oh, which one?
William Mackenzie?
Oh, good old Bill.
All right, get going. Report straight back to the laundry afterwards.
Now, I'm going to arrange a couple of visitors for the freak one day. Mafia hitmen.
All right, you lot, move out. Except Daniels. I want a word with you. Now, I heard what you just said. And that comes under the heading of insubordination, and that's against the rules, Daniels. And according to the governor, you break the rules, you've got to be punished. Come on.
Where to?
To your cell. We don't want to be disturbed, do we? Right! Now, for punishment, you will lose certain privileges, and that includes all the little bits and pieces you've recently acquired. Now, for a start, those posters, get them down. Don't make it any worse for yourself, Daniels. Get them down now. Oh, dear, it's torn. What a pity. Let's see how strong the others are.
No, please don't do it. I'm sorry. I won't jump back again.
Well, you should have thought of that before you shut your mouth off, Daniel.
I'm not them. I haven't finished training them.
Oh, what a shame. And it's going to be a long time before you do. But don't take it too bad, Daniels. Just think of it as a Bible lesson. What the department giveth, the officers can taketh away. Get on with your duties.
Lola, it's terrific seeing you again after all these years.
Hello, Bill. Well, you haven't changed. I know you almost anywhere.
Well, I was over on a bit of business, so I thought I'd drop in and see you.
Well, I must admit you're the last person I expected to see.
Well, when I heard you in this terrible place, I said, right, Bill, you must go and visit poor old Nola and bring a bit of happiness into her life.
That was real thoughtful of you, Bill.
Yeah, is it all right if we walk around a bit?
All right, then, but as long as you don't go too far and there's to be no physical contact.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
OK, mister. What's the game?
Well, we have a mutual friend in the television business.
Oh, good. So my message got through?
Yes, and he's a bit concerned that certain facts might accidentally be brought out into the open.
Oh, no. It won't be accidental.
Now, let's get this straight. He won't come at blackmail.
Oh, yes, he will. His career means too much to him, not to mention the huge contract he just signed.
Look, most of the taxation department gets that.
Don't sweat on it. It's not his money I'm after.
Well, what is it you're after?
Dope.
You must be joking.
Oh, no, I'm not. Believe me, I'm not. He'll make a regular delivery. Oh, it's not the hard stuff I'm after. Just some uppers and pop, maybe a little bit of hash.
Look, I don't know about dope.
He'll do it. If he wants to hang on to his career and keep out of jail.
Yeah. Well, I'll pass on the message.
You do that. Cousin Bill.
Well, I saw him yesterday when he came to talk to old Davo, and he's just lovely.
Yeah? Well, I might have to mosey along myself.
Yeah.
Miss Ferguson,
Can I have my magazines back today?
Depends, Daniels.
What do you mean?
Depends on how you behave yourself, so let's just see what the day brings, shall we?
Mrs. Sam, Lainey wants to talk to Jude about helping her to get a job. Do you think you could arrange it?
Of course, she's due in late. I'll get her to have a word with you.
Thanks, Mrs. Sam.
Morning, Miss Ferguson.
Morning.
Are the girls all ready for their lesson?
They're not waiting for you in the library, if that's what you mean. They do have work to do.
I realise that. You really don't approve of this project, do you?
Not for this lot.
Why not? It gives them a more positive attitude towards life. It could even stop them from coming back here.
Believe me, Mr. Maxwell, it doesn't matter what you do for these women. They'll find their way back here eventually. Now, if you come with me, we'll herd them up.
Thank you, Connor. Is Julia coming today, Sonia?
I really haven't the faintest notion, my dear. You know what she's like. I sometimes wonder why she stood for the committee in the first place. You hungry? I'll have Connor whip you up a snack if you like.
No, I'll last out to lunch. How are the renovations on the beach house going?
Oh, quite well. Joan has this little man. He does the most amazing things with slate. He's quite reasonable, too. So difficult to get a good tradesman these days.
And home help. You're really very lucky to get hold of Mrs. Connor.
I suppose so. Doesn't work, keeps to herself. Can't ask much more. Another drink?
Yes, thank you.
Connor, get Mrs. Belmont another drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Hurry up with Mrs. Belmont's drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Mrs. Blake phoned.
No, Mrs. Hanlon. 3 bags bloody full, Mrs. Hanlon.
Agitates in prison. 4 letters. Now, I wonder what that can be. I've got riot, but it doesn't fit with the letters across.
I don't know. Any ideas, Mrs. Connor?
Oh, come on, Louise. Connor isn't interested in crosswords.
Stir.
What?
Stir. Means agitate, and it's slang for prison.
Oh. Yes, it fits. I've never heard that expression before.
Oh, it's amazing what you can pick up on the telly.
Connor, my guests will be here for lunch at 1. I hope you'll be ready.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Jim and Janet have
Brought
their pets to school. Janet has brought her dog. Jim has brought his...
Let the picture help you. What's Jim holding?
a turtle.
No, look at the word. It's got an S towards the end, so it's S, not ul. And remember that O-R is or, not
Tor. I can't do it.
Yes, you can. Come on.
What's the matter, Henley? Not enough pictures?
Miss Ferguson, please.
You're wasting your time, Mr. Maxwell. Be far better off in a school teaching kids with some sort of a future. Not this lot.
Look, would you mind just doing your job and I'll take care of mine, okay?
Any mention of coming here today?
Not to me. I think she's playing golf.
3 guesses to whom she's playing with. I suppose she's entitled to her tawdry little affairs, but she might at least phone.
This is excellent wine, Sonia.
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? Gerald had it sent over from Dusseldorf on his last trip. Connor, yes. Top up Mrs. Belmont's class, yes. Next month he's going to France. Wanted me to go with him. Swanning around the vineyards in search of some rare vintage, if you please.
Oh, marvellous. Surely you're going.
Of course not. Yes, Connor, what is it?
Oh, should I open another bottle, Mrs. Hanlon?
Well, of course. No, I told him. I'm far too busy. Now, this committee has a lot to do the next couple of months, and I am not going to miss out on my trip.
Thought you were on duty in the library.
Yeah, I was, but I swapped duties with Helen O'Shea. Apparently, she doesn't mind being abused by our kindergarten teacher.
Coral, do you have a day release application form, please?
All right, I'll get it. Hello, Wentworth Detention Centre. Yes? Who did you want to visit? No, I'm sorry, Mr. Farmer. The department has not changed its mind. You're not permitted to visit Dobson, and that's all there is to it. No, I'm sorry. I can't answer that. Goodbye.
Who was that?
Dobson's boyfriend. He keeps ringing, wanting to visit her.
Well, I can't say I blame him, and I don't think we've got the authority to stop him. I mean, it's not as if he's got a record.
Well, take it up with the department. It was their idea.
And very productive, too. Yes, it was enjoyable, wasn't it? I think it's a better idea to have a meeting here. You know, with some decent food and wine instead of the stuffy boardroom at the club. We'll see you next Tuesday, then. Oh, most certainly. Goodbye.
Bye-bye,
Alice.
Sonia.
Goodbye, Louise.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ah, Connor, have the afternoon papers arrived yet?
Yes, Mrs. Helen.
Well, I think I'll have them down here. It's far too nice to go indoors yet. Connor, don't forget that my husband will be bringing his partner home for dinner tonight for drinks. So we'll need some savouries before dinner.
Right, Mrs. Hanlon. Right, it's all yours. No disasters whilst you're away?
Oh, what's this?
It's a food parcel for Mackenzie. Her cousin dropped it at the gate.
All right, I'll take it to the kitchen.
What?
Well, she's not allowed to have it, surely.
Why ever not? I mean, the department's given the go-ahead for the women to receive stuff from outside.
Come on, that was only to make them look good on camera.
I'm sure the order still stands. Do you know anything different?
All right, but it'll have to be searched, surely.
I know that. I just haven't got around to it.
Well, why don't you take your break and I'll do it? Tin prawns. Apricot jam. God, Mackenzie is coming up in the world. Don't you like the food in here, Mackenzie?
I can take it or leave it. Why?
Your family have sent you a Red Cross parcel.
Oh, that from Bill. It's nice of him. I can see you searched it.
How'd you guess?
You left your fingerprints in the jam.
Yeah, what a mess. Oh, they don't make jars like they used to, do they?
Damn.
Connor, you must be exhausted. Why don't you take a break for a while? Go and lie down in your room and relax.
Well, it's all right, Mrs. Hanlon. I've nearly finished here anyway.
I feel far too lethargic. I think I should get out for a while. I might go for a drive. Won't be long.
saw it last time. You turned around and abused me because it was too sharp. Well, I've got it in my pocket.
You're not going to leave me here, surely.
That's the general idea.
But why not in the house?
There's less chance of you being seen out here. Besides, you might just make your way to the phone.
My husband will be home soon.
Oh, yes, poor Jerry. You don't really suppose he'll come looking for you out here, do you? As soon as he sees that house locked up and the car gone, he'll think you're away at one of your stupid committee meetings. So we're going to be here for some time, so get used to it.
Look, I'll give you anything. I'll give you some money, a head start, anything.
No, thank you, Mrs. High Society Hanlon. You've already given me quite enough already. You've taught me that just one of my mates back at Wentworth is with a dozen of you and your lot and all your so-called charity work. You know, you spend more at the hairdressers in a week than one woman normally exists on in a month. You should do yourself a favour. Down to Redfern, Newtown, with just $5 in your pocket, just for once. See how the other half lives. You see you can exist on that. Don't struggle too much, will you, Sonia? You might wear yourself out. Oh, and don't bother writing me a reference.
Hey, what's going on, Nola? Hey, Di, keeping it for us, eh? Why, what's there? The deli's open, girls. A nice range of delicious bits and pieces, all at supermarket prices.
Well, where'd you get this lot from?
They're legit. My cousin Bill sent them in. They're no good to me, so the highest bidder gets them.
Yeah, well, what about this? Half of it spilled out.
Well, you can blame the freak for that.
How much?
$1.
50 cents.
75 cents and it's yours. Everything else is $1, girls.
All right, can I owe you?
Oh, right. Hey, how about you, Wrinkles?
No, thank you. If you're giving stuff away, there must be a catch in it.
There's no catch. I just want to offload it, that's all. How about some tea bags? I never drink the stuff myself.
Maybe. Depends on the price.
$1.
50 cents.
Oh, Struth, here we go again.
Righto, Mackenzie. You think you're the ant's pants just because you can scare some of the other women, but you can't scare me.
What are you going on about, you old bat?
Don't you call me names and don't try any more of your tricks on me.
What tricks?
These bloody tea bags. What you put in them? Grass cuttings. Now, you just give me my money back.
Fair enough.
You give me my money back or I'll go straight to the governor and I'll tell her everything that I...
Fair enough. There you go.
Right. Yeah. Well, don't you think you can pull the wool over my eyes because I'm too smart for you?
Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, good day. Could I have a room, please?
Certainly, if you'd just like to fill that in, please.
Oh, damn, I've got to leave my paper in the taxi.
Sorry?
I left my paper in the taxi. Do you mind if I take this one?
Oh, no, be my guest.
Thanks. No point having a telly in your room if you haven't got a program, is there?
Oh, well, actually, the only telly is in the lounge.
Oh.
Mrs.
Willis. Well, at least I can do the crossword, can't I? Do I pay for my room now?
Well, you can pay as you leave if you like.
Oh, OK. Thanks.
Oh, would you like a paper in the morning?
Might as well. Can't go pinching yours all the time, can I? Goodbye, Sally Connor. And... hello, Kath Willis.
G'day.
What do you want?
Lizzie tells me she sold you back the tea bags.
So?
Gonna drink 'em? You gonna smoke 'em?
What's it to you?
I know what's in 'em. We don't get dope in here. B sees to that.
B's not around here anymore.
Yeah, I know. I know you too. And I know you didn't get him in here just for yourself.
Of course not. There's plenty to go around, so long as the price is right. You can spread the word for me if you like. Nola Mackenzie's back in business again.
Yeah, for a while. You were lucky getting it in. Won't be long before the screws are onto you.
Don't you believe that, kiddo? Not unless there's a lagger around here. And you know what happens to laggers, don't you? No, I'm back in business for keeps. This is only a start. I'll soon have lots. I'll have acid, grass, speed, anything the women can afford to pay for. Interested?
Anything? Nah. I'm pretty certain Burns hasn't made contact, not yet anyway. Her flatmate wasn't very happy about being kept in the dark.
Well, do you want to keep me on it?
Oh, yeah. At least until we get some other lead.
Well, like I told you, there's been no one in or out of there except the two of them.
Yeah. Sue Crowley's trailing the Burns girl. Apparently she hasn't set a foot wrong.
Well, maybe she's onto us. I mean, she's been inside. She knows the score. She could be playing us along.
No, I don't think so. She's not that bright. We'll just have to wait. Sooner or later, Smith will turn up.
Are you born in a tent, Daniels?
They're yours?
The door. Close it behind you.
Oh, sorry. I wanted to get you before lockup. Give us a couple of joints, will you?
Well, just make sure you smoke it in private and don't let the screws get a whiff of it.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not stupid.
Oh, are you kidding? $2.
Yeah, but I wanted two.
No way. I've got to ration my supply.
Oh, come on, it's not for me. It's for Lizzie. She asked me to get her one. Oh, please, come on. She'll be really crooked on me if I leave it out.
Okay, just keep it under wraps. You know, that pal's got a nose like a ferret.
Yeah, and a head to match. Tart.
Pal's been after you.
Wait till you see what I got.
Come on, you two, get in.
Righto, Mrs. Powell.
Night, Mrs. Powell. Hope your dreams are as sweet as ours.
Hey, Lizzie, I've got a present for you.
Well, if it's any of that Marie Joanna, I don't want it. The smell of it turns me stomach.
Oh, but Lizzie, I've got it special for you. It cost me $2.
God, Maxie, I don't know how you can pollute yourself with that muck at your age.
Oh, cut it out. Do you want it or don't you?
No.
Well, suit yourself.
Oh, good, disgusting.
Don't you think you should see a doctor about that?
Rubbish. Is that your cold?
Well, I suppose you know best.
I didn't know you cared. By the way, you see the police have got a lead on Smith?
About her being in Sydney? Yeah, I heard.
I thought she'd turn up in a place like that. It's perfect. Easy to get lost in.
She really gets to you, doesn't she?
She made a fool of me, and nobody does that and gets away with it. She'll learn that the hard way when she gets back in here.
Well, of course, they've got to catch her first. And if I know Smith, that won't be easy.
They'll catch her all right. Then she'll find out that she's just a common thug and not the high and mighty Queen Bee that she thinks she is. She'll learn that the hard way.
Gesundheit.
It's only the steam. You can fix it up later before you go. Here. I've got a little number that'll cheer you up.
Oh, no, thanks. If I'm going to do this interview, I want to have me wits about me.
Fair enough.
God, Maxie, isn't it bad enough at night without stinking this joint out when we're all trying to work? And supposing the screws smell it?
Ah, no worries, Lizzie. I'll just smoke it out the air vent. The screws won't smell a thing. See? There's no flies on me.
Well, there's no need to ask how you are. It's obvious. I'm surprised you're here at all.
Don't worry. I've decided to take your advice and see a doctor. I made an appointment at lunchtime, but I might be a bit late getting back.
Why come back? Perhaps you should be home in bed.
No way. The day I let a cold get the better of me is the day I hang my uniform up. And what's on the agenda first thing this morning?
All right. Collect Dobson from the laundry. She's got to get ready for a job interview. Bryant will be around to collect her about 10.
No sooner said than done.
Ooh, what's that? You changed your brand.
Oh, same old faithfuls, boy.
The funny smell.
Smell?
Yes, it smells... Doesn't matter.
I can't smell a damn thing with this lousy cold.
To ask whether you can smell it too.
Yeah, it's all through the staff room. Look, I know it sounds stupid, but to me it smells...
Cannabis. Yes, I know. It's so overpowering my office, I had to open a window.
Your office as well? Well, that means there can only be one place it's coming from, the ventilating system. I'll round up a few officers and start an immediate...
No, just not yet. There's something we have to discuss in private.
Hey, Jacko. How about giving us a push? Nah, better still. You are better, we'll all have a ride, beauty!
Oh, God, Lizzie, what are we going to do? Oh, God, I'm buggered if I know. You keep knitting hollow if you see any screws.
Good on you, Lizzie!
You'll have every screw in the joint in here in a minute, you silly little twit.
Hey, Lizzie, you got your teeth in today. Or you written them out?
Cheeky little bugger, I'll give you teeth. Oh, God, what are we going to do?
It's going to take her hours to come down, Lizzie.
The freak. Here, quickly, Max, come here. Hide behind me and try and hold yourself together. Now laugh, everybody. Oh, loud as you can. Never mind. Just laugh.
What the hell's this racket all about?
Oh, Miss Ferguson, wait till you hear this. It'll bring the tears nearer. There was this captain there, he took this...
Save it, Birdsworth! I said save it! Dobson, get outside, you want it. The rest of you, cut the cackle and get on with your work.
Mary Joanna.
Look, just sign out, Dobson. I haven't got time to stand around here all day while you pussyfoot about.
Look, Lainey is very nervous about this interview.
Oh, not surprised. She probably realises she's wasting your time. I don't know why you bother.
It is my job, Miss Ferguson.
Ah, yes. Your job.
Well, I suppose I'm ready. How you feeling? Like 50,000 butterflies are skydiving in my stomach?
Come on, it's not going to be that bad. Let's go.
Just a minute, Bryant. Forgotten something. You haven't signed out.
Oh, yes, I have, Miss Ferguson. I'd do anything to make your job a little easier. Come on, honey.
Well, at least if we check the register, we can... Oh, Miss Ferguson.
Morning, Governor.
Mrs. Powell tells me that you're not feeling very well. You should have taken the day off.
Oh, I appreciate your concern, Governor, but I think I'll survive till lunchtime, and then I'll let the doctor decide.
Whatever you think best.
Yes, well, I have some work to do, so if you'll excuse me.
Certainly. Well?
Mackenzie received a parcel yesterday.
And the officer who checked it in?
Ferguson.
Look, come on, you lot. No idea. There's plenty of stuff grumbling to send all of this will be over.
What about our tacker, Mrs. Powell? The bell's already gone.
Okay.
Nothing. Why don't you tell us what you're looking for? Then we could all lend you a hand.
Shut up.
Yeah, maybe we should join you some that.
What's up with Maxine?
You ought to know, yeah? You gave her the bloody stuff, yeah?
Ryan, you told me the joint was for Lizzie.
Oh, it's not my fault you didn't want to smoke.
So you couldn't wait, eh? It's all your fault they're ripping the cells apart. I thought I could smell dope when I was cleaning the corridors, but I didn't think anybody could be that bloody stupid.
Well, I tried to get rid of...
Save it! I don't want to know. You should think yourself lucky that I've got that stuff stashed away in a safe place where the screws can't find it. But you'd better be hoping that they don't find the stuff or get onto my little racket, because you're going to be history.
Oh, hello. How are you feeling?
Not too bad. I take all the pills the doctor's given me. I'll rattle when I walk.
Well, I'm certainly very glad to see you. Would you hold the fork while I dashed out of the kitchen and grab a sandwich? I am starving.
Oh, so soon after lunch?
Well, that's just the point. With this cell search that Colleen organised through the lunch hour, there wasn't time to eat. I wouldn't have minded if there'd been any point to it, but there
Cell
wasn't.
search?
Yes. Apparently there's grass in the prison, or so Mrs. Davidson thinks. She and Colleen smelled it this morning, but we didn't find anything. You know, I don't know why they didn't search for it when they first detected it instead of giving the women time to hide the stuff.
Oh, neither do I.
Oh, as if we haven't got enough to do. At least they could have done it while you were still here. Give us an extra pair of hands. Oh, I don't understand their logic.
Oh, nor do I. I want to talk to you, Mackenzie. What?
Right, where is it? I don't know what you're on about.
You've got dope in here. And the governor and pal know about it. And what's more, they think I'm in on it. So I want a little bit of compensation.
You're out of your tree.
$50, Mackenzie. I reckon you're running a fever, Miss Ferguson. Don't push me, Mackenzie. Now, I don't know how you got that stuff in here or where or when. And I don't want to know either. But it's only a matter of time before you get caught. So you're going to have to trade that off pretty damn fast if I let you.
You've got no stake in this one.
Oh, haven't I? If I'm going to run the risk of taking the rap for you, I want my cut of the take, and I want it now. Because I can hound you right out of business if you don't do what I say.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Think fast.
Reckon then? Oh, I think I like it. Mrs. Dennis seems okay. And the work's easy enough. Certainly makes a change anyway.
I haven't done this before then.
Well, not for a while. I've been working in a supermarket, demonstrating makeup, that sort of stuff.
They move you around, don't they?
Pardon?
Still, all these jobs will come in handy if they ever decide to make you an undercover cop, eh?
Sorry, don't understand.
No, of course you wouldn't. Gotta go, I've got a customer waiting. Excuse me, madam, can I help you?
Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon?
Hey.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too when morning comes around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes